Hi everybody, Lori here from Unique in the Creek. We're going to work on a special project tonight that I am making for the Crafters Convention, which is in just a little over 3 weeks away. But I've been so busy, I just wanted to make sure I got it done and it wasn't rushed to the last minute. So I thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to do it tonight and then it's done. I'm just going to pull you guys up here. Facebook, every morning I wake up, Facebook's changed. Like, do you guys find that? It looks different, almost like every time. Hi everybody, hello, hello, say hello. Hi Brenda and Dawn, Brenda, Madonna, hi Madonna, Tammy Batterson, hi Amy, hi Miss Monkey, hi Mom, I seen you order mesh. Are you making another flower? I think you are. Hi Barbara, hello everybody. So like I said at the beginning, I have a special project I'm working on, and this wreath is going to be donated at the auction, at this year's Crafters Convention in June. It's a collaboration with myself and Derica from Derica's Designs. So you can find Derica's work at dericasdesigns.com. Now, this is a one-of-a-kind piece that she made for me, okay? So don't go bombarding her because she's not making any. She's making this one, well, she made this one just for me, and because I actually requested it. And I thought, what better for a one-of-a-kind than to donate it for an auction. So I'm going to sign it, and Derek is going to sign it, and Scott's going to sign it, so it'll be worth even more money, right? Hi Annette, hi everybody. Everybody's here. Hi from New Orleans. I just booked my tickets to my airfare, our flight to New Orleans for August. Hi Derica. So we were just talking about you, Derica, and telling how you made me this gorgeous piece, and they haven't even really seen it yet because I haven't shown it. And it is one of a kind, so I told them not to bombard you. But should you ever want to make it in the future, I'm sure it will be fabulous. So this is the head, okay? And Derica, you notice I added a little something here, and I'm going to show everybody why in a bit. This is so beautiful. It's the swan, and it's got little eyelashes, and of course it's remarkable. What beautiful workmanship, like, you know, nothing less from Derica. But I'm going to add a few things to it. I added this little bow, and my makeup is on point. Yeah, I don't look so pale, right? Those impromptu lives, it's just like I throw the camera on and, you know, I don't even have makeup on or anything. That's my normal crafting. But anyways, so this is the swan, and I'm going to be adding a few of these foam roses to the bottom of the crown, and I'll show you guys why. And then this is the swan's legs. So this will be the very last thing we put on. Okay, but isn't this just fabulous? And wait till you see what I'm going to do to go with this. Obviously it's got to do with this sort of ribbon. Hi everybody. Yep, we will be at Wreath Makers Live, Ginger. I'm going to bling her up just a little, not too blingy. I'm not too blinging her up, but I am going to add a few roses because I will show you guys what I'm going to be using. The Franklin style flower wreath, and I found the most fabulous ribbons to go with the swan. So I found these at Hobby Lobby, right? So I found this ribbon, which I absolutely love. It's just a white satin ribbon with gold dots. Okay, and I thought, oh, that'll be perfect for with the swan. And then I found, look at this ribbon. This ribbon is black, white, and gold with the dots again. So it goes with this. And that's why I'm gonna pull in a couple of these roses, just the buds. These are just, you know those little bouquet things you can get at the dollar store? They're foam. That's all this is. So what I'm gonna do is because these roses, once I pull them off, there's the rose. And it's really pretty. So look how much it matches you think I planned this or something. I'm going to put these, but I think I might just take the bud because this seems a little bit big for the swan. So I might just take the smaller inner part of the flower and put 3 around there and to match the ribbon. And then I'm going to use a simple, just beautiful gold. This wasn't from Hobby Lobby. This was actually from Paper Mart. And it's really, really blingy. So I'm going to be using these 3 ribbons tonight. And then I bought an extra something when I was over at Hobby Lobby last week to go with the swan. So I got these goose feathers. So these are a little bit larger than the feathers like you would get in craft stores and stuff, but look how pretty these are. And I ordered these off Amazon. So I'm going to have these feathers on circumference, going around circumference 3. So I'm going to be putting, and they're just gorgeous. And I don't know how much I paid for them. They weren't too expensive. And I bought them on Amazon.ca Prime. So they came pretty fast, but I thought these are going to be fabulous. And I think I need 14 of these I'm going to be putting in. So these are going in on her. And the piece de resistance, why I picked the gold ribbon is because I was trying to think of something really fun to put around the swan to give it, pardon me, more of a girly effect. So I was scouring around Hobby Lobby, up and down every aisle like I always do, and this caught my eye. This is a doll tutu. Okay, I got it in Hobby Lobby section where they have like doll clothes and stuff like this. And it's made for 0 to 12 months, so it's really small. It was $9.99, but I used a coupon. Now apparently this brand you can't use a coupon, but the lady let me do it anyways, I guess. I don't know. But what my thinking of this was, and that's where again the ribbon came in effect, is I'm going to be putting this, oh, wrong way, around the swan. No, yeah. So when I put it on the board, the tutu is going to, I don't know if it's going to look like a skirt or anything, but she is going to be wearing this skirt, and she's going to have all kinds of ribbons going around her. So I will turn it around. Isn't this going to be beautiful? So this is just a doll skirt. And they had all kinds. So as soon as I seen it, I'm like, that's it. That's what I need to add to my swan. So I'm going to pinch it in when I'm done and gather it around her neck after we're finished the wreath. And we will bling her all up at the end of the tutorial. So that is my thinking. So I am going to put this aside, and we will, like I said, we will make the wreath first, and then we will start doing all our accents. Because yes, it is going to be fabulous. Hi everybody. Oh, you sent me up the creek. Thank you so much, Brenda. Okay, so I did make a pattern. I did a pattern on my paper, and I also wrote on my board as well. I'm going to try and read comments. Thank you for sending me oh, there is a swan emoji. I was looking for a swan emoji. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I try to be creative. I just love, you know, as soon as I see something, it just, everything kind of clicks together, and sometimes it works, sometimes it's not, wah, 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 you know. Okay, so this is my pattern. What I've done is I've marked out where I'm going to be putting the head, and on my legend, I have R for ruffle, and I've highlighted in yellow. So anywhere I see yellow, is I know a ruffle is going to go there. Okay, and then I did flower petal. So we're going to be doing a flower petal wherever there's orange. And then I got FE, and it's in blue, and that's where feathers are going to go. Okay, and then I also marked D for dots for my ribbons, BW for black and white, which is the black and white ribbon, and then G, stuck, for the gold ribbon. So I marked it all down, and like I said, I have marked it on my board too, because as I go along, I'm going to be doing my ribbons. And once I start talking, you guys all know I get all kerfuffled and forget where I'm supposed to put ribbon where. So if I have it right on the board, smack in my face, I'll know what's going to go there, and I won't screw up the pattern, because this is going to be donated. I would like I like it to be perfect, right? Hi everybody. Oh, thank you for blessing me. If you could SHARE, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. I know this is going to be like a rocking wreath. Like, I can already see it in my head when it's done. It is going to be fabulous. And these colors, it's not going to be too over the top and busy, but it's going to be very pretty. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be doing flower petals and ruffles. Now I'm going to start on row 1. Oh, did you guys want to screenshot it? There we go. If you can get, is it in the picture, hun? Okay, so if you guys want, you can print out the pattern. The patterns for all our boards are on uniqueinthecreek.com. And if you go under, oh, where did Tanya put it? It is where the shop now in the frames, it's there, as well as the little side link that says tutorials and stuff. I think that Tanya's put it in there too. So you can print these out blank, and you can print as many as you want, so you can pre-plan your wreath and how, you know, how many petals you're going to need or how many ribbons. And that's for all the wreaths. If you're a planner like me, I like to have things, especially when you're going live, it's nice to have things all pre-cut and pre-done, so people are not sitting there watching you, you know, cut mesh and stuff like that. So you can print out one of these and even maybe watch the replay, and you'll be able to put ribbons and petals or whatever, just like I have, should you want to. But that's a good way to, when you're following along, if you want to make something like this, or if you're making a pattern book. I know some people are actually making binders with patterns in it from tutorials I've done. You can just write on the pattern as I go along and show you guys what's going where. Okay, so I'm just going to put this to the side because I kind of know what I'm doing, because I have wrote it on the board as well. Thank you, Michelle Jonette. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be using ruffles, and ruffles are going to be in the yellow here. So anywhere there's no zip ties, I'm not going to be using, according to my head. I may have to put a ruffle in here and there to fill it out. I'm not sure yet, but I'll be doing ruffles around here and then ruffles down here, because the tutu is going to cover here and the legs are coming out here. Now going around the outside of the wreath, I'm going to be doing the flower petal, and I will be showing you guys how to do this, as well as a ribbon. Okay, the mesh I cut all 10 by 10, and for this particular wreath, I'm not using quite a full roll. It's almost a roll. There's a little extra, which is good because I may need a few pieces extra in case I need to fill in. My ribbons are all cut 14 inches long. So for the Franklin flower, I like to do 14 inches. And because I pre-planned, I knew exactly how many and where each ribbon was going to go. So I had to cut 6 of the dots. I cut 6 black and white, and I only needed 5 gold, and I'm using 14 inch. For the ruffle, I needed 13 ruffles, so that's 10 by 10. And for the flower petal, I needed 24 pieces. And for the feather's going in 7 spots, and I'm going to put 2 feathers in each spot, so I'm going to need 14. So it's a great way, handy way to have these. And if you do put them in a binder, you don't have to repeat this again. So should should Derica come out with, the peacocks or whatever again, all you have to do is pull out your pattern and you won't have to remember. You can change up the ribbons or whatever. But if you like this style, because I've done different styles, but if you like this particular style that I'm going to do tonight, then you can just write out the pattern. Okay. And then again, this is the tutu. It was in the baby or doll section. Hello everybody. I am using, I gotta get my drink here, I'm really thirsty. I am using just a white deco mesh. Sorry. It's just a 10 by 10 yard roll of 10-inch mesh. This particular white mesh is a new mesh that's coming out in the market. It is a wide foil, but the foil is actually white matte. So it's not iridescent like normal deco mesh. This one is actually a white matte. And there's no particular reason why I picked this one. I just happen to have it in the cupboard. I would have used snowball mesh if I had it, but the focal point isn't going to be on your mesh. It's going to be more on your ribbons. Okay, and here is my ribbons, and you can see I didn't use a whole heck of a lot of ribbon. So I have enough ribbon on this roll to do another wreath should I want to make another one. And same with this white dot one. Now we all know that the Hobby Lobby ribbon, it's only 18 feet long, so it's not like it's 10 yards or anything, but there's still enough on here should I want to do another one. I don't have another swan head, but if I wanted to use these ribbons again on something else, because I have a feeling this is going to be fabulous, I have enough ribbon to do another one. And like I said, this one was bought at Paper Mart. It was bought a long time ago. I absolutely love it. I got it in silver and gold. It's the sparkliest ribbon I've ever seen. It almost looks like Swarovski crystals, seriously, that are on this ribbon. And it wasn't really expensive at all. It's called Crystal Grain Ribbon. And like I said, I bought it at Paper Mart, and it's 2.5 by 10 yards. And the number for it is 56007759. And like I said, it came in silver as well, and I think I might have one more roll. I bought a couple rolls of these because I really liked it, and that was last year. So hopefully they still have it because it is so pretty, and it just adds that just enough sparkle to our project. I know, Haley, I seen the Christmas stuff out too. I'm like, Dave, look at this. Oh my gosh. We haven't even hit summer yet. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna be using the large flower frame. I've preloaded my zip ties. So again, I referred to my pattern and preloaded them where I'm gonna need them. Okay, now preloading your zip ties, if you're just new to Unique in the Creek, it is just taking the board, and every circumference has a number. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circumferences on this flower board, and they have, each hole has a set. So there's all sets of holes, and this is what we use to make all the flowers. Roses, sunflowers, almost every flower is made on this board, just using different petals and different petal techniques, and you know, different colors of mesh. And now we're incorporating ribbon into the flowers, which is just absolutely fabulous. This is like got to be my favorite. The Franklin flower is like my favorite to do. So to preload them, all you're going to do is go down one hole. So you're going to, and I use 18-pound zip ties. They're very thin, and these ones actually are 8 inches. I usually normally use 8 or 6.5 inches, depending what supplier I get from. But they're always 18-pound, which means they have a really small head, and they're not the big heavy-duty ones, because that's just a bit of overkill. And if you use the heavy-duty ones, you can't zip them as well to get the mesh to hold onto the board as well. And they're more expensive. So if you can find the 18-pound ones, then you're good to go. I know they have some on Amazon, but Amazon's been selling out of so many zip ties lately. I've heard that they've cheapened the zip ties, so I don't know if they're a new different manufacturer or what. I sell zip ties on our website, both Canadian and in the US, and I get my zip ties from an actual cable tie manufacturer, and they are guaranteed for 10 years. So that's another thing. You really want to make sure your zip ties are good, because the sun will break them down. So if you're going to make a wreath to sell, don't use dollar store zip ties, okay, please, because the zip ties will get brittle and will break. You can use pipe cleaners as well, or chenille stems on our boards, not a problem. I use it sometimes, or you know, if I'm using a lot of ribbons and stuff. I don't particularly like using pipe cleaners. I find it hard on my wrist for twisting. And I like the back of the boards when they're done, because this back of the board will look just like this when we're done. Well, except for some pipe cleaners here, but it'll look just like this. So it's nice and clean. You can put your logo sticker on the back, so if you're selling at a craft show, or you can even tape your business card to the back of the board, and that way when you sell a wreath, their friends know, you know, just flip the board over, because their friends are going to want to know where they got the wreath. So, and then there's 2 holes at the top on row 1, and they are chamfered in, or they're divoted in. And that's our hanging holes. So I typically use a zip tie, because you don't see it. It's just to hang the wreath up. And you can use twine, you can use string. I've been just getting the habit of using zip ties, because I know they're not going to break, and I always have zip ties handy. So you're just going to put the head and the tail through. Now, when you're using zip ties, you're going to want to use, oh, did it wrong. You're going to want to use the tail will go through the flat side. There's a flat side to the zip tie. The tail always goes through the flat side. And you'll hear a zipping sound. And when you go to pull it, it's not going to come undone. If you try to do it the other way, backwards, you'll have a really hard time trying to feed it through, and you will not hear that zip sound. So if you look down, if you're struggling and you happen to look down, because I wreath in my lap all the time, so half the times I don't even look down. If you don't hear that zip sound, more than likely you have your zip tie in backwards. Okay, so we're all ready to go. So I'm going to start on outside row number 1, and outside row number 1, yeah, it's not going to scratch it. When I used to make metal framed wreaths, I never covered the back. It's just so much work. And there was a customer that contacted me because the pipe cleaner, or actually it was on a work frame. You know how they're thick, those the stuff on the work frame. And I used to twist them and bring them back underneath and twist them underneath, right? Well, they're sharp. And it actually scratched her door, and I had to pay to get her door painted. So, because it was my responsibility, it was my fault. So, you have to be really careful when you're selling the wreaths, that make sure if you are using pipe cleaners and stuff like that, to turn them and bring them in, and maybe even add a dab of hot glue to the ends of the pipe cleaners, so it prevents scratching. Okay, just a little tidbit of struggles through wreathing, having a wreathing business. Hi everybody. Oh, we're at 180 people. We can make more than that. Come on, let's, what is it Michelle says, float my boat? No, I can't use float my boat. Paddle me up the creek. I think that's ours. All right, let's go. So we're gonna do, the first petal is the flower petal. Now, I don't have a name for this petal yet. I just keep calling it the flower petal, but it's almost like a spade shaped, okay? Now, I've pre-made a whole bunch of them, so I don't waste all your guys' time watching me fold. And what I did is pre-made them, and I got a pack of these elastic rubber bands from the dollar store. There's like 500 of them, and they're clear. So I sat watching my housewives and made a bunch of petals and just put an elastic on the bottom so I could pre-make all the petals. Pretty fabulous, eh? You can pre-make everything, and by the time you're ready to make your wreath, you can whip it together within like half an hour. So to make this petal, you're going to use a 10 by 10 piece of mesh. Actually, I should have flipped my thing over on the other side using white. Sorry, I apologize for that. So I cut it 10 by 10, okay? You're going to, now Deco Mesh has a curl. You want to have the curl side up when you're doing this petal because you want to work with the curl. You're going to turn it so it makes a diamond shape, and you're going to take the top of the mesh and you're going to fold it down to this corner, to the opposite corner. And we want to, I'm going to do this wreath really nice. Usually I fly through them, but okay, so I have my corners. Okay, so you're going to make almost like an umbrella shape. Now I like to stretch my middle a little bit. It gives me a little better point for the petal. So I stretch it, and I just keep my fingers open like this, and I'll bring this down. So I'm taking this, folding it over, and this corner is going to meet in the middle here, just like that. I'm going to grab a clothespin. I always have clothespins on hand because they're an extra pair of hands when you need it. Now you're going to hold this down, and then you're going to take this one, and I overlap a little bit on this, oh, my Pandora. I overlap a bit so it looks just like this, okay? So you've made your umbrella. You're going to stretch it out. Now you don't have to stretch it out, it's just a thing I'm in habit of doing. You're going to bring this down, so the corner is down in the center. You're going to take this one and bring it down, and they're overlapped. Turn it to the side, and you're going to scrunch about 2 inches up. Now, as the outer petals are going to be a little longer. You'll see as I'm putting these in, than the shorter, because I want the ribbons to show. Okay, so I'm going to clip this. Now these outside ones, I'm going to be using this hole to the outside edge of the board. Now, usually for these ones, we'll just stick the tail in and pull it, and zip tie it right in. For these outer ones, we are going to zip tie the bottom of the petal. Okay, so you just put a zip tie around it, and you're going to do it tight, but not too tight, because we're going to slip. Now I'm going to use, you could either have your petal seam facing up, or you can have it facing down. So you can have it like this, so you don't see any seam, or you can have it where you see the seam. Depending on what project you're doing, you may not want to see the seam. I don't want to see the seam because I don't want it to look too much like a flower, so I'm going to put the seam down. The ribbon hides most of it anyways, but you will see the ends of the deco mesh peeking through the ribbons, so play around and you'll get familiar of what style you want to do. So now I'm going to put another zip tie because I want this facing up. I've put a zip tie through the one that we just wrapped around, and I'm going to pull it tight now because it's in there, and I'm going to snip that off. And now what I'm going to do is take the end of that zip tie, And I'm going to, oh shoot, I forgot to put my ribbon on. That's okay. I'm going to zip tie it to the board. Okay, now you won't see any of this because the ribbon will the ribbon will cover it. Now I like to keep my heads at the side here. You can pop them into the hole here, but sometimes I use this hole again, like I'm going to do right now, and we're going to use a dot. Now like I said, I cut all my ribbons are cut at 14 inches, and the difference with this wreath than normal wreaths is normally you dovetail the ribbons, which means like have a V at the end of the ribbon. For these ones, for the Franklin flower, I actually came upon it by mistake because I mistakenly, when I was going to dovetail the ribbon, I mistakenly made it like this, and I'm like looking at it like, that actually looks like a flower petal. And then I started playing around, and sure enough, that's how I started with the Franklin flower. So what you want to do is normally when you dovetail, you're going to cut from the folded end or the folded part of the ribbon. So you fold it in half and you cut up towards the corner. We're going to do it opposite. So I'm going to cut from the open edge to the folded corner. Just like that. And when you open it, it looks like a necktie. Okay? Somebody said there is a name for this, but I can't remember what it was. Hi, everybody. Oh, we're over 200. Thank you. Yes, I have over 200 tutorials on YouTube. Now, I haven't uploaded in a while because our YouTube channel got stolen. There is such a thing. So we had to get YouTube to help us get control back of our channel. So it's almost done, but you can find all my videos because I mostly do them on Facebook Lives anyways. So you can find them all under the video section of the Facebook page you're watching right now. And I've been trying to name them as I go along. So the newer ones all have names, so you can just refer to the name and you'll know what I'm making. The older ones, not so much, but their older ones are all on YouTube as well. So the YouTube channel's there still. It's just not, the new stuff is just not on it. I think it's the last 3 weeks haven't been on it. Ducktail, that was it. Dovetail and ducktail. Whatever, it looks like a tie to me. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we are I'm going to fold this in half. I just want to find the center. And I'm going to scrunch it up the middle. And I'm going to have to, because I forgot to zip tie it. So I'm just going to put another zip tie just for the ribbon. Just like that. So when we go, when we start filling it in, soon all you'll see is like from here up. It's really, really pretty. Actually, I have this wreath right beside me so you guys can get a feel of what the Franklin flower is. It's just flower petals incorporated with any ribbon you want. So it's pretty much sky the limit with flowers like this, because if you're like me, you hoard ribbon. And I have a lot of ribbon I've hoarded. So I can't wait to work on like Christmas flowers like this. So not only can we do poinsettias, we can actually do Christmas flowers with ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to take my 10 by 10, bring it down to the corner, stretch it, bring this corner down. Again, I'm going overlapping the seam here, scrunch it. I'm just going to put, actually I'll just put a zip tie on it right now. Okay, I'm going to put the clothespin because this time I'm going to remember to put my ribbon in. And you only have to do this for row 1. And the flower is so big that, like this flower that I did here, I didn't even use row 1. I just used 2, 3, and 4. That was it. So you can see how big the flower is just by using that. So you don't even have to use row 1. But I'm making this extra as my friend Michelle says. Hi everybody. Hi Chris Howry. Hi Catherine. Hi everybody. All right, so now I'm going to stick my ribbon in there this time with the zip tie. Okay, I'm going to put, I turned it backwards. There we go. That didn't work out really well. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to zip this up. Not too tight that I can't put another zip tie in the back. It looks confusing, but it really isn't. Once you start doing these, it's very, very easy. You just have to get through your first one, and you'll get your own knack of doing it as well. So you can see here I had black and white, so I don't even have to think. I'm really planned out tonight. Okay. All right, so the next one I have here is dots again. I know I don't have any gold going around the outside. The gold is really vibrant, and I didn't want too much bling to take away from the wreath, so I'm just doing the gold dots and the black and white for just the outside. And like I said, you'll only see it'll only be peekaboos around the outside. And dots. Remember to do it the right way again this time. All right, so we got my ribbon. Just stick that in there. And you guys that have watched me before, you usually see me just whip it along, but like I said, this one's a special one. It's for the donation, a donation wreath for the Crafters Convention. That's all right, Phyllis. We don't care if you're late, as long as you're here. Crafters Convention for the auction, which is raising money for an animal shelter, I believe, in Illinois, where the Crafters Convention is. I believe that's where it is. And this is a collaboration between Derica's Designs and myself. So if somebody could do me a favor and maybe share it on Derica's, Derica's on here. I don't know if Derica, if you wanted it on your page. And then I don't know if it's shared to the Crafters Convention. I told Scott I was going live, but I don't know. I haven't seen him come on, so. Okay. Now I'm going to use my petals that, I'll use one more, and then I'll just whip it through with the petals I've already made. The convention is in Collinsville, Illinois. Oh, you did it? Okay, you're still here, Derica. Okay. It's in Collinsville, Illinois. The last weekend in June. Now, a rumor has it, or I heard, that there was no more tickets left. I'm not sure if that's true. Oh, yay, you can go to next year's? That's awesome. I don't know if that's true. So, last I heard there was still tickets. Why do I keep doing this one upside down? But I know there is live stream tickets. So a live stream ticket is you get to watch all the fun going on from the comfort of your home. And actually, Derica and myself are both presenters at the Crafters Convention. I was a presenter last year. It was a lot of fun. And I'm so excited to be invited back again this year. because Derek and I are both doing each a make and take. I think there's like 5 make and takes going on at the convention, so you guys are really lucky if you scored some tickets. I don't know if they're going to change it. I think, I don't know if they're going to change it, actually, Michelle Jalmet. I think Scott was comfortable with keeping it where it was this year again, just because, oh no, that was right. Thought I did it wrong. Just because it's very convenient to his house, and he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes and running back and forth from his house and stuff. So because he is the convener, I have a feeling it might be in Collinsville all the time. But Collinsville it was like 5 minutes from Missouri. No, I have it right. There's a reason I did it like that. I thought I did it wrong too, but according to my pattern, it's right. But thank you, because I normally do screw it all up, so. But yes, Missouri is just a hop, skip, and a jump, and it's beautiful too. And there's all kinds of things to do around there. But you're so busy with convention, and they have so much stuff to do, like even at night when the convention's not going on. You really don't leave, because the convention center is walking distance to the hotel that Scott books. So if you can't come this year, maybe plan on for next year, because it is a lot of fun. Okay, I want to get into the good stuff. This stuff is boring. That's a very good point. Oh.
She's actually from my home. She's actually from Cambridge.
Who's from Cambridge?
Dee Dee was on here. She put from Cambridge.
Dee Dee from Cambridge?
It's my hometown.
Cambridge, Ontario?
Cambridge, Ontario.
Oh, very good.
I know I wasn't supposed to talk, but it's quiet.
What?
So.
Okay. These ones take a little bit longer because there is that extra step. So I am so glad when we were doing the mold, I actually changed the holes around and made that decision, because we would have to do this all the time. All right, so we are done that. Now we'll whip through, because now I can just stick the tails in and our ribbons, and we'll go quick. So these are ruffles. I'm going to do the ruffles at the end. So I have, starting right here, I have gold. So you see, you stick that in. I'm going to stick in my gold. I like to fold it down the center, just so I know that each side is going to be the exact same. Okay. See how that peeks out from the back there? So pretty. Okay. Again, just stick it in. And these are handy, these little elastic things. Now these tails are going to be a little bit longer as we go in. Right now, I'm putting the tail in so it hits this next circumference there. You can see that there's a line, and that's how far I'm going in with it. I should have folded all these. And I love writing on the board because, like I said, I don't even have to think. I can see that it's black and white. And these, I get asked all the time. These are little tin snips or tile snippers. But you can also find these in the jewelry section of the craft stores. And they're very handy because you can get right to the zip tie head. And you don't have much left sticking out. Or you can just use normal wire cutters. And you could, even the wire cutters from the Dollar Tree, they do just as fine a job. You know, They don't last as long, but for $1, if you get a couple months use out of it, you're laughing. Oh, did somebody say you were hiding, honey? We are making a swan. Where's my head? A swan from Derica's Designs. So now you guys see why I put a bow on there, so I can incorporate some of this ribbon into her. And I'm going to put roses from the bow on here. And we have the tutu. So once we get it all made and put together, it's going to look fabulous. So what do we color? We've got gold. And like I said, this is only very little ribbon and less than a roll of mesh. So it's not expensive compared to like a normal wreathing frame for supplies. And like I said, once you get the stuff in, you can whip through these like I am. Yes, it's the swan, Linda. I know, isn't this pretty ribbon with the gold dots on it? Turn this, now I'm knocking everything over. I really wanted to get, I was just looking for a normal black and white, and then I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is perfect. It just gives it a little pop of color. It's got black and white in it. And then, like I said, I found this rose ball that I had downstairs anyways. I'm going to pull off the roses, put on her a couple on her crown. I was going to put lights on it, but it gets really confusing when you're watching a live when I'm trying to put the lights on, so no lights. I do have them here, but I didn't put them on. What is holding the petals together? Oh, little tiny elastics from the Dollar Tree. You know, the clear elastic bands. So you get 500 for $1. So I sat and watched TV this afternoon making petals. So, and I did not wood burn them, obviously, because you don't even see the edges of your mesh. Hi, Margaret Schuneman. So you really don't need to wood burn them because it won't fray. Having your pattern on there is just like awesome. Oh, I want to make sure my roses are going the right way. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. My ribbons are 14 inches. Oh, good. Yeah, lots of people are doing angels. I thought they were more for Christmas, but I guess they're for anything. Oh, did you get a pair from Amazon? Are they any good? I know, Tammy, I love these ribbon wreaths because you can just do so much with them. What color am I got here? Gold. No. Black and white. Let's see. What did I do here? Did I do this one wrong? No. Black and white. Gold. All right. Guardian angels. Oh yes, I never saw it. No, my pattern is not the way I have it. It's not what do I want to say? It's not repetitive because it's going to look more like I didn't put any gold on the outside. There's a reason I did that, but I can't remember what the reason was. But I'm going to follow my pattern because I'm tired right now, and at the time when I was doing the pattern, it all made sense, so I'm just going to stick with what I have. Now if I throw my ribbons around here. I am missing a dotted one. I'll have to cut another one floor as usual. I'm the messiest crafter. I know I'll find the other one probably on the floor on the other side of the table. I just craft from my dining room. I don't have a specialized place or anything. So it's just me in my dining room. And I have a really big craft room downstairs, and I never use it. I like to craft up here where the family is, and I hate it's a beautiful rec room, but I just hate the basement for some reason. I don't like being in the basement. All right. And black and white. See, I didn't want to put too much gold and gold dots, because the tutu has gold dots. So, and I didn't want to put too much just gold bling, because it's very in your face. So I didn't want it overpowering the whole wreath. So when these are done, they look really, really complicated. Like to the normal eye, somebody that's not a wreather will think, oh my gosh, like that was a lot of work. And really it isn't. Yes, the tutu is in the Hobby Lobby section I got of the doll section of Hobby Lobby I got. Okay, we are done with our ribbons. Now, I'm not sure how the feathers are going to look. If they look sucky, I'm going to change them to ribbons. But we'll see. Because I do have the tutu. So that's going to cover a lot of it. We're going to put ruffles down here. So I did get those beautiful feathers. So I'm going to put my ruffles in. So now the ruffles, is it still a 10 by 10 piece? I will make a couple. Move this out of the way so I'll show you. All right, so the ruffles is still a 10 by 10 piece. Oh, there it is. I told you I'd find it. Okay, and the ruffle, what I'm going to do is, these are the finished edges, and this is where I've cut with my rotary cutter. We are just going to scrunch up the middle. Okay, and I like to turn this down, and this just gives it an appearance on the wreath of a bigger wreath without using more mesh and supplies. Okay, so again, 10 by 10, scrunch up the middle. Now when I scrunch, I make sure that the cut end is always facing down, because if you scrunch it and you face it up, this was faced up, you can see how it, well, I guess you can flip it over, but you always see that edge, that jagged edge. If you ruffle with it facing down, the edge of the mesh faces down as well. So you won't see as much of the fray. Okay, so we are going to then take our board, and I've got all of them marked. The legs, because it's two outside ones, I'm going to put a zip tie around this and do just like I did for the section 1 for the other ones. Put a zip tie around. I'm going to put a zip tie in the back. Do this up nice and tight. Lolly, they're saying congratulations on valedictorian. Because we were working on your speech. I was when we were working. I was not watching a live when we were working on your speech. And people. Yeah, but we were working on your speech.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I know. Okay, I just wanted to let you know they were saying.
Well, thank you.
She said thank you. Such confusion. Okay. How many valedictorians are running? 3?
There's one one for each class.
Oh, one per each class. I got it.
But there's a lot of people running, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. Like, there was only a couple people from each class nominated or whatever.
I wasn't nominated.
Oh, how does it work then? Never mind, I'll talk to you later about it. Okay, so this is how I'm putting the ruffle in. You will not see the board, I promise. And again, look at the back, it's still nice and neat. So we're not going to have any mess. Oh, there was my Christmas clock still. Now I'm pre-made some ruffles. Again, I put elastic bands on the edge. When I use the bag sealer, I crank it right up and it cuts the first time for me, depending on how much metallic is in your mesh. Sometimes you have to go twice, but I always use the highest heat. So now these ones we're just going to stick right in. I don't even take the elastics off. For $500 for $1, I think we're good. So this is again a different ruffle. I don't even know what it's called, but I do it all the time. So it gives that appearance of a bigger wreath. Now, should you want to do this one, you can still continue with the flower petal if you want. It's totally up to you. Again, it's your project. I've been dying to do this wreath for like weeks now. I don't know why my throat's so dry. Yes, the wood burner works well too. I have actually a couple wood burners. I find it takes a little bit of time compared to the bag sealer, and the bag sealer, it works amazing for me. So I guess to each his own, but you got to make sure you're doing it in a ventilated area or with a respirator. Please, please, please. You shouldn't be breathing those fumes in. It's been nice. Last week I did some wood burning and I actually sat outside on my patio and did it. It was nice. I didn't have to wear the respirator, but normally I do. Okay. So now we're going to be doing flower petals. These are going to be ruffles again, but now row number 3, we're going to be doing flower petals. So I'm going to be putting these in a little further, so I will have to cut some of the tail off. And we're also putting in that's what I got. I got mine from Amazon. It is a food saver, or a bag sealer, or whatever it is, and I've not had any problems with it whatsoever, and I've had it for a while. On the weekend was the first time I actually changed the heat strip on it, and it does come with extra heat strips. Okay, so what I'm going to do, now I don't know what this is going to look like. And these are not regular feathers. These are actual goose feathers. They didn't really have swan feathers, but I didn't want the short ones. Why is this not going in properly? I didn't want the short ones that you buy at the craft store. I think these have these ones at the craft store, but I think they're really expensive. Okay. This one keeps wanting to turn on me because of the... I don't know. I might have to put... See, I didn't want to put too much ribbon here because the tutu is going to be on. Let's see. And maybe I should do 3. I do have quite a bit of it, so I got mine on Amazon. It is on my website. I'm going to cut some of this. On Lori's Tools. Now I bought a 16-inch. It's a little overkill. You don't need a 16-inch. I just got one just in case I ever want to cut something a little bigger. But a 12-inch is just fine. These are so pretty. Like every one of them is perfect. Let me try. I have a lot of feathers, so maybe I'll put 3. Oh, don't start. Mitchell home already? It's not Mitchell, is it? You don't want to lay right. You want to flip over. It is Mitchell?
Yeah.
That was fast.
It's our buffet.
Did you guys eat and run?
No, we got there like 7 something.
I'm on a live right now, just by the way. See, I don't want the veins showing. I might hit these with, once I get them in there properly, hit them with a little bit of hot glue so they can't slide out. But I want to place them the right way first. And it just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Alright, I'll fix them after they get in there. I know. You know, we have the window open. Lady will sit on the chaise lounge and just bark at a leaf blowing by. She's so yappy. So again, I got, oh, look at that big one. These are beautiful feathers. I got them on Amazon. Oh, look. These are huge ones, which is good because we're near the center. So we want these right behind the swan's head. Okay. So I think I'll just get them stuck in, and once they're in, I can move them around and then I'll glue them. It's probably my best bet. Just trying to make sure that there's enough of the end of the feather that it's not going to slip out, even if well, I'm going to glue it, but. And then we're going to end some ruffles, and then we're going to start putting everything together. I'll have to pull out our ribbons because they're all getting squished. Alrighty, we're almost done. Well, the monotonous stuff at least. Decorating the swan will be fun. I don't even know how much of these feathers you're going to be able to see if you put the tutu on, but they weren't overly expensive. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to look amazing. Try banding the feathers together. Good idea, Jackie. Thank you. Let's try it. Those little elastic bands come in handy for everything. Just get them in the hair section at Dollar Tree. Actually, Mitchell was at Dollar Tree and I had to phone him. Mitchell, grab me more packs of the elastics. Let's see. They're so tiny too. Well, that worked amazingly. You should have spoke up sooner, Jackie. Oh, I already put one in there. That worked amazing. Yep, kept them all three nicely. I might have to go back and redo those ones. I could probably turn, oh, see, it flipped anyways. So when I tighten it, it flips. That's okay, we'll fix it. We don't want them too perfect anyways. Is that it for my, alrighty. Oh no, there's a petal. Okay, last one. Then we'll throw some ruffles in. Trying to find the nice feathers. There's quite a few. There's enough for probably 2 or 3 swans here. What's the angry face for?
I think it's making mistakes.
Oh. We are making a swan. A swan. And this is going to be donated at the Crafters Convention auction. Well, that one worked out good. So it might be because I'm doing it upside down. I don't know if you guys realize, but I'm working upside down. So I can't really see too much what I'm doing, so you guys can see. Thank you, Patricia, for blessing my page. All right. I'm going to stand up for this one. I want to, before we get into anything else, I want to make sure that these are going the way I want it to go.
I've never seen you so gentle before.
What's that?
Show Jonette, I've never seen you so gentle before.
I know. I'm actually concentrating. Usually I'm just whipping through these things. Because guys, I've been using these wreathing frames forever. Like, I can do these with my eyes closed. But this one, like I said, I knew what I wanted to do in my head. I wasn't sure. And because it's for a donation, I wanted to make sure it was really done well. So I'm taking my time.
Somebody asked the petals backwards.
No, I just, that's the way I preferred to do it. You can do it seam up if you want. That's your choice. You won't see much of the petal once I get everything on anyways. Same with the ribbons, they'll just be peeking through. I'll have to pull them all out because they all got kind of flattened there. These just want to turn upwards. And you know what? I'm not going to fight them. What?
I don't know, Brenda Reed says Dave, tell her about the last petal, please.
What did I do with the last petal? What's wrong? Thank you for blessing my page. Yes, I am going to convention.
Says it's the last petal in the wrong way.
So, no, I don't think
The
so.
last petal is seam up.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is. Haha. Thanks, How did you see that? This Meebo is pretty good.
It's Brenda and Stephanie.
Oh, thank you, guys. I would have probably caught, well, maybe not even caught it. You know what? I probably wouldn't have. But thank you. There. See, I'm just going with the feather. It wants to turn up. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I think I'm liking the way it's looking. And yes, I will fix this one. Which is the nice thing about our boards, is just clip it and we'll put a new zip tie. this again. All right, this one in. All right. We're good. We're good. Okay, guys, we're good. They're all facing the right way now. All right, now I'm going to put in these ruffles. So again, I banded them. I'm going to put them in pretty far. Now, you won't see these ruffles per se. These ruffles are mostly to fluff up the tutu when I put the swan in. So I may not need all the zip ties with a ruffle. I'm not sure. But I'm just putting probably 2 inches towards the center in. So it just makes a little ruffle. I'm going to put one here. Well, I want to make sure this is done like well. Oh, my ribbons are all squished, but no sense fixing them now because they'll just get squished again. Okay, now where is my tutu? I just want to kind of see where we're at. I put her little dress on here. So the pipe cleaners will go through, where's my top? From here and here. And I will be gluing the tutu on, but I just want to see if I need more ruffles. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh my gosh. I can't show Lolly. She'll want to keep it. What do you guys think so far? Huh? Is it nice, hon?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
I just put it up bigger so you can see it.
Okay.
Looks good.
Does it look good? So, yeah, I'm going to need a couple ruffles in behind her head to poof up hers. And I think that's it. I might put a couple feathers. Why am I missing? I feel like I'm missing some mesh. Duh. Okay, I'm going to ruffle this and put it in the center here. I actually might put a couple feathers in this one too. Just because you can see
Sorry.
what.
There was something on the screen of my phone. I went to flick it off and I knocked the camera up and it went.
Oh. Let's see. You can see this ruffle, so I am going to put a couple feathers there, so then you can see it. There we go. There's 3 really nice feathers. Okay. One, 2, 3. Now I do have a glitter spray thinking about just giving it a shot, some of the feathers. Okay, this right here is all you'll see behind her head, so I just want to make sure it's in far as I want it. Okay, we're good. Okay, fix these. These feathers are not the easiest to work with, but it gives it a nice whimsical feel. Like I could have continued with ribbons, no problem. It would have looked just as good. But I wanted it a little whimsy and different. I don't think I'm going to need these 2 zip ties. Okay. Where's my swan? So I'm just going to put this aside because we're going to put her tutu on. Oh, I cut my zip ties here. So you can see the board is still nice in the back. Okay, so I'm going to put, we got the ribbon or the bow here. I'm going to put a couple of these rose, and these are foam. I know this is Derica. All I had to say is, Derica, I want a swan. And voila. She's like fabulous. But like I said, this is right now one of a kind. And decided to donate it. I was making it for Lolly. That's why I'm not going to show her. But because there was only one, I thought it would be amazing for the donation. Oh, that's so pretty. So what I'm doing is, this is they're foam little roses. Now you can use normal little flowers too if you wanted to do something like this as well. I just happened to have this, and it happened to match my ribbon. That's why I said to Dave, that's why I pick things up all the time, because you just never know when you're going to need it, right? I had no idea what I was going to do with these. Oh, actually, you know what? I was going to use them for bunny butts, for the tail of a bunny butt. And I never did. There we go, that looks pretty. It's like a little flower crown. What do you think, Derica? Is she cute? I just sprinkled her up just a little bit. Okay. Inlet is, yes, the boards you can get from uniqueinthecreek.com and .ca if you're in Canada. You can get them at Amazon and craftoutlet.com, trendytree.com, and on Etsy you can get it Ducks in Row and Down Home Country Things. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Should I pull it? Because you really won't see the bottom. So again, this is just a doll skirt, because I'm not very good with a sewing machine. So I'm sure if you can sew, you could probably make one of these up much easier and much cheaper. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to put the seam. I'm just going to put some hot glue right here where the seam is. I apologize if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to kind of concentrate so I put it in the right spot. Okay, so the seam of the skirt, I just hot glued. Now I use Gorilla Glue sticks, except for this is falling off because it didn't hold it enough. And usually nothing falls off as the rose was falling off. I'll just hold it. Okay. I think I probably should have pinned it. All right, now I'm going to glue the bottom, and then I'm going to ruffle or cinch the sides of the skirt. Just want to make sure it's there. She is so busy. Nobody is responding. Nobody's responding to what, Janice?
Somebody said for you.
What, honey?
Showed you, and I asked her, nobody responding to what?
I'm going up. I can't see any questions, so. If you have a question, Janice, just ask it. I'm sorry I didn't see it. No, Dave didn't see it either. And usually our viewers jump on. I know, I won't burn my arm. I just want to make sure this is on there good. Okay, and now the side. Derek is probably like shrieking because I'm probably doing this wrong.
I don't know, she said so cute.
Oh, okay. Well, and then I'm just kind of pushing the side in and hold it. This is the cheating way. Yes, the swan head was from Derica's Designs. And I've been using Derica, I think, when she first started, I ordered. And that was a long time ago, wasn't it, Derica? So I've been using her designs for a while, and I just love how her business has flourished. And she makes me stuff, and she makes me happy. I'm just going to fold this down, and I'm going to put glue on this one.
The size of deco mesh you folded in half was Jan's question.
Oh, it was 10 by 10. So all the mesh I used is 10 by 10 pieces. Thanks, bye. It has been a wild ride, Derica. It's been a long time. And I'm happy to say I have one of your original pieces, but I won't say what it is. But it was from a long time ago. Actually, my brother has it. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Just glue. So I just kind of did it top and bottom, and then I folded in on each side, and now I'm just gluing it. So it just almost looks like it's ruffled around her.
She needs to make a jasper.
Yeah, a jasper for sure. That would be really cute. Hi from Glasgow, Scotland. Glasgow? What did I say?
You say Glasgow.
Isn't it Glasgow?
Glasgow.
Glasgow? I'm sorry. I never say anything right though. I have my own dictionary. All right, I think we're good. I'm just going to put a little bit more for good measure. So I use, like I said, Gorilla Glue sticks. You can use industrial glue. I just find the industrial glue guns, they get really, really hot and burn my styrofoam when I'm using it and stuff. So I switched back to my little glue gun. It's been with me forever. Glasgow. I know. Got it now. All right. So she is ready. Lori's Creeker Dictionary. That's right. I pronounce things funny. I'm going to cut this tag off just in case you can see through. It does have a lining. All right. So Derek has made it. So the pipe cleaners fit exactly. Normally you put the head in the center, but I wanted my head to go down a little farther so I could have more of the upper part. I'm going to have to stitch this. we'll see. Okay. So these 4 holes right here are where I'm going to put them. So just mark it right here is where I'm putting those 4 zip ties or pipe cleaners. Now this is completely in the center. What, hon?
Where's your glue guns? You're making Amy nervous.
It's on my holder, Amy. So we're going to put pipe cleaner, and then, where's this one going? Pipe cleaner and pipe cleaner. Okay. You don't want the dress too caught in there. Okay. I'm just going to give it a couple spins, just in case I have to move it. But if I don't have to move it, I'll give it more spins. I'll cut the pipe cleaners and then I'll put a little dab of glue so it doesn't scratch anything. Okay. Again, I apologize if you can't see. I can't actually do this upside down. Fixing her and dressing her. Okay, I think it's good. I might have to put one more ruffle in there to poof it up, but I can do that after. Okay, I'm going to tighten it. The head is exactly where I want it. The skirt, like I said, I'm going to put a couple more ruffles under there. I just got to find my mesh, but I can do that later. Put the legs on. We'll straighten out the ribbons. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to put some ruffles there. It's got to poof up my... I have to put... So I was right in the beginning. I should have put ruffles in those two. Which is okay, I'll stick them in a bit. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. This is what we got so far, and like, yes, I can see that board here, and I will put the ruffles, and you won't see it. Okay, we got our legs. I hate tulle and mesh. They don't mesh well together. They stick to each other. Okay, so now the legs are easy to put on. They are wired already, and it's like a bendable wire. So you can bend it and have it as far down or as far up close to the board as you want. Gosh, this is pretty. Oh my goodness. It's way better than it was in my head. And this little tiny bow I just made out of the ribbon from here. And I'll pull my tails out. So we're going to go right here and right here with the legs. I'm going to go down through the hole. Just going to find, there we go. So it's, the legs are kind of coming out of the ruffle, which is perfect. Okay. And they're bendable so we can move them and stuff. And then the last one. Oop. Don't want to pull it too far so it comes out. Just slide it down the hole and bend it. Okay. Now I'll probably cross her legs. Or plie. She's a swan ballet. But like, you can pose it. I'm not gonna hot glue or anything right at this moment until I have total placement that I want. But you can cross them. You can split leg them. I think I might do like a plie, like, because she's the swan princess. So maybe just hot glue right here, the two toes together or something. I don't know. I'll have to play around more with it. But I really like how the legs are coming out and there's still a ruffle in behind. And yeah, I think that's it. What do you guys think? I will add the ruffles, and I'm going to fix up all my ribbons so you can actually see them. And I usually do this when it's on the door. Right now, I'll pull them all out because they're all crunched, and you can't really see them when they're all crunched up. There we go. Pull them all straight out. Wow, this did turn out fabulous. Derek, I hope you like it, and I just can't say enough about your work. Seriously. I think we make a good team, my friend. Okay. I will hold her up, and you guys can see. Oh my gosh, the tool. Ugh. Are we up? Okay. Yeah. The roses are right here. Now, when I get finish the ruffles, I'll put a little bit of dab of hot glue on the back of the swan's head so it just rests and it doesn't move all over the place. But I'm going to put the ruffles in first, and I'll do that. I'm going to do that later because my back's getting sore. And we'll fix the legs. But what do you guys think? This is the Unique in the Creek Swan Princess with the swan made by Dereka's Design. I think it looks just fabulous. This would look so sweet in a little girl's room. Yeah, I really have to put some more ruffles in. I just didn't cut more mesh. I don't even know where my roll of mesh went. There is still some left on the roll. I just got to find it. Anyways, this is the Swan Princess, her legs. So don't pay attention to the board because I'm going to put a couple ruffles and you will not see it. And there's the side of her. She's got her tutu. I'll pull out all these. I think it's absolutely stunning. And that it didn't take too long. Too long. Like I said, I had everything pre-done, so.
Don't hold it up so hard. Drop it down.
More?
There.
Right there. There's our Swan Princess. Oh, her crown. Now, this you would not want to put on a front door or anywhere where it would get wet and stuff. You wouldn't want to get it ruined with the feathers, and it's plush, and you got the crown, and this would be something beautiful for like a little girl's room or someone who really likes swans, and there's a lot of people out there. So I'm going to hang her up and look at her for a couple days. Like I said, I'll put the ruffles in, see if I need to add anything more. I'm open to suggestions. If you guys think any more, maybe I need to put more ribbons. I don't know. I just didn't want to overdo it and make it too busy.
Lower it a little bit more.
My arm's getting tired.
Oh, sorry.
So you can see the side.
But you're right at the top of the cabin, that's why.
Okay. Okay. So I will take pictures when I get everything finished and get her legs straight and all that jazz. So thank you guys very much for, yeah, definitely put it indoors. It's not for me, so whoever wins it at the auction, they could put it wherever they want, but I'm sure they'll know not to put it outdoors. Because, you know, we don't want to wreck the tutu and everything else that's on there. But if you have any suggestions, like I said, I'm going to sit and stare at it for a couple days. It doesn't need to be done till the end of June. So I may add a little bit more, but when I've done it, I will definitely take pictures. And yeah, if there's any questions, let us know. She needs to come to your house, Beverly. Yeah, I'm going to fix everything, the legs and everything. My back's getting a little sore, so I'm pretty much done for the day. That's why I'll just put it aside and I'll fix it up tomorrow. I got to put some more ruffles. I'll fix her legs. But I just wanted to get you guys to get the gist of it. And I'll turn it around again. You guys can see it one more time. And that's it. So they're a lot of fun to make, and you don't have to have a swan. Like I said, you can do the same style and have fun with different ribbons and do a flower. This is just acrylic things I made in the center, just the same petal fold as the flower, and just black and white ribbons. Very simple, nice clean back, and it's light, so lots of fun. All right, yes, I'm going now before my back collapses. And thank you all for joining me and for paddling me up the creek, as you should say, S-H-A-R-E. And love you guys all. Bye.